I got a little rant about Master Duel for you guys today and these anti-netdeckers. God, I haven't dealt with this trash in a while. Don't be like the 33.8% of you guys and not smash the crap out of the subscribe button. Smash it so we can get to 102,000. First of all, I just want to say, disclaimer here, I don't give a shit what your opinion is when it comes to netdecking, because netdecking is a perfectly fine system to the game. It gives players an expedited process to learn what optimal builds, I use optimal there, bunny ears kind of loosely, but it gives players a chance to kind of netdeck here. Now, of course, with Master Duel having this new influx of players to the game, something that we've lost quite some time ago, the glue eaters, as I'm going to refer to some of these intelligence life forms out here, some of these duelists, they are on this anti-netdecking campaign. They're like, well, if you wouldn't have netdecked from so-and-so, I would have won. These are the same people that sit here and give you a 32-page thesis as to how they would have beat you if they had one more turn. Now, here's my thing with this, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore these kinds of people. Alright. The only reason why I'm making a video on this today is I find this absolutely hilarious. We've really come full circle now. I don't know if a lot of you guys have kind of felt this now at Master Duel, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Feels new again. And I haven't felt, let's say, like a nostalgia reboot in our community in a very long time. But it's apparent that the whiners are back. It's apparent that the glue bottles are in full swing out here. And it's absolutely hilarious to me to see these exact same people out here that are bashing on learning. I never thought that I would see a group of players just so anti-netdeck. Now, I've seen this from other communities like Magic the Gathering, and I think it's always so freaking hilarious to me when you see a giant congregation of people putting on their tinfoil hats and going, no! Winning is bad! Oh, man. I for one, alright, you guys, you might not like this, but I netdeck all the time, alright? It's strange. I do a lot of info gathering. We do a lot of networking and a lot of submissions on this channel. I see a lot of raw data and a lot of deck building from a lot of sources here, and then when you use that information to kind of fold it into your own. I guess, if these people are the ones that consider one card change, a player preference to be, the one deeming factor between a net deck, or, I guess these are the same people that will also flame people for changing one card. And there's no winning with these sorts of things. Alright, so if you're a newer player watching this video, watching this rant, here's what I want to tell to you. Alright, don't feel bad about netdecking. Alright, use information. All of these YouTube channels out here, I guarantee you there are a lot of Yu-Gi tubers now that are doing these commentary videos, ladies and gentlemen, that are like, here, this is how you get to Plat 1. Here's an example deck list on how to get to Plat 1 with their specialty deck. I actually just watched a Striker one the other day because, man, not gonna crap on like some of these people, but it's apparent that some people don't know how to play this game, but that's a story for another day. Alright, so I encourage netdecking on this channel. I encourage information gathering and testing, because how else are you expected to get good? If you don't have the right conceived notion in your head, you're just wasting your time, ladies and gentlemen. And that's one big thing that I will always be for, is if you see somebody, I hear you, for an example, you see a Sky Striker list. Alright, you take that Sky Striker list, you start playing it. You start learning the combos about it. Maybe watch a tutorial video on how to play Strikers to kind of get a generic idea. Alright, so once you... Sky Strikers have a very high learning curve, in my opinion. Obviously, you need to learn like the correct ins and outs in activation windows and certain things like that. But these are also the same people out here that say Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't take skill. Alright, there's obviously... Shrift made a good example of this on Twitter yesterday, where like the person Valoring my Danger Monster versus the opponent actually chaining Max C to my Danger Monster. There is clearly no lack of change of skill there, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, these are the same people out here that think that netdecking is a hindrance to the game. We've come so far in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! as a whole that I never thought I would have to wrap back around here. Like, oh yeah, little Timmy and little drunkard out here having an anti-net decking feud again. All right, they're fucking mad because they just lost the same 3 people main decking Phantom Knights out here. You know, obviously they're playing 40 cards, so they're all playing the same iterations. You know, there's no change in tech choices there whatsoever. You know, I think a lot of these decisions and a lot of these rants are based on pure anger, and I'm not going to lie to you, after just reading countless Twitter threads about brainless complaining about Master Duel in terms of net decking, I can't take this seriously anymore, ladies and gentlemen. The brainworms are just, they're infesting. It's bad. Like, positivity in this game just doesn't exist, all right? All these little shitlings out here are just complaining for no reason. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why people are so against net decking when the preservation of winning is what this game is all about. All right, like on the high end of the competitive level, there is this need to constantly do better, to perform. Even if you're an intermediate to, you know, competitive player out here, you're in that middle ground, you're wanting to get better, you're gonna net deck, right? You want to learn, that's what information's for. And you got people literally out here crucifying people for net decking. It's so stupid to me. So please do yourself a favor, learn. Knowledge is power. Hey man, if they want to complain over here and they want to shit the bed and they just want to cry themselves to sleep the entire time because they're so anti-net decking, don't let that affect you whatsoever. Alright, it doesn't matter. Your job is to win. Your job is to get better at this game so that you, when prizing comes of age, and this applies to like real life too. Alright, just because somebody else is over here complaining about something, get ahead of the game. Use your advantages. As long as you're not doing anything bad to get ahead, I don't see anything wrong with it. Just don't play mind games with your opponent's 5-head. That's bad, okay? So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Community's grown, ladies and gentlemen. We've come a long way. The game's got its fresh new coat of paint. It's doing great. But with it came the absolute epitome of brain rot, glue eaters, and just some of the worst takes that I've seen on the game as of late. And the instant gratification that I've seen from the younger generation, you know, I'm some old fart here, really, but the instant gratification that just people want to snap their fingers and be like, no, I deserve to be good at this game. It is my time. And they played Master Duel like once. Like, hello? Like, instant gratification, zero work, zero playtesting. I've played this game since I remember opening my first LOB pack and pulling my first 2 packs of LOB were Swords of Revealing Light and Pot of Greed. Talk about how unironic that actually was. But I have been playing this game for borderline 20 years at this point. I'm not a 1999 person that says that, but I've been here since the beginning, since when Pokemon was relatively huge. And, you know, I haven't seen this in years. I thought a majority of this had died down, but as I said, this is the era where we are right now. So, guys, don't discourage your friends from net decking. Get over this instant gratification BS that this community, the newer members, have this self-serving desire. You know, I've noticed a lot of the newer community has not interacted with a lot of the older community that's here. Like, I think there's a distinct lack of transparency here from the new and the old, very much so. But also, if you don't think that there's a new influx of players in the game right now, you're massively wrong. Holy actual crap. There's so many new players in Master Duel right now. I think we had an influx of 250,000 people on Steam on the Exceed Festival release day. Think about that. Think about that. Is that number hurting your head? 250,000 Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Oh, well, all trying to log in at, like 4 a.m.? Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can't comprehend how many people actually exist in this game. And that's why, when yesterday's video, when we talked about, just because you won't buy that $100 card, there's 260,000 other people out there. You want to... It's obviously less than 1% that makes you, so that's the thing. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, the new Master Duel craze. Telling people not to net deck. Delicioso! Oh, man. I need a bottle of glue for this one. Guys, please leave a comment down below. What you guys think. We should get smashed the crap out of that subscribe button. Peace out, guys. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.